picture tahu lagi. Picture. 당셔거라 돼. 온라인. खाली गेले. Oh ya. Ini bro.
Hanya kami macam konda, kucur lepas ni jadi ke ciri soalnya dia sisa ke longnya ke motor di sini. Oh dengan nasi ke diri dia motor kunde, ciri mina apa mampu suci payah, dengan sama tu payah, sama lah tu jadi suci na, siapa lah cakap ini, kesa pakai San Francisco lah dia mungkin jadi dia konda payah diri suci suci cakap lah nampak jo, dia jalan suci ni sekarang break jadi tanda dia suci payah ni. Dia ni tu siapa mahu tahu jenis. Siapa lagi tanda Europe ki longnya di kota sahaja untuk France dan kota juga. Di jalan tunda semua dalam Zurich, di jalan Geneva, dengan nasi Belgium jalan di sama di cuma di jalan Grand Prix Spain Asia. Di sana ni tu siapa mahu tahu jenis. Jadi siapa lah sampai saya semua dah. Jadi dengan nasi itu saya sendiri.
Alors, comme mon collègue vient de parler en tibétain, je vais essayer de vous dire quelques mots en français, sans prendre trop de temps. Effectivement, aujourd'hui, nous sommes réunis dans cette belle salle, Forum des images. Alors, aujourd'hui, nous avons l'occasion de projeter le film de 4 rangées d'hiver. Donc cette séance est projetée en l'honneur de l'année de compassion et à l'occasion du 90e anniversaire de 60 de Dalai Lama. Nous avons l'immense plaisir et l'honneur de vous projeter et puis faire un voyage cinématographique à travers la mémoire, les essences culturelles et l'identité tibétaine lors de la première séance de 4R6R. Donc ça veut dire que 4 linguistics languages. Alors, comme il vient de dire mon collègue, Champagne, effectivement, c'était la première fois qu'il fait une projection pour le public. Donc nous avons une salle complète aujourd'hui, on a à peu près 450 sièges aujourd'hui. Champagne a voulu commencer cette séance en Europe à partir de Paris. Donc c'est-à-dire qu'aujourd'hui, nous avons cette séance aujourd'hui là. Et dans les 3 jours à venir, il va en Suisse, en Zurich et en Genève, ensuite en Genève. Ensuite, il va en Belgique, finir par l'Angleterre. Donc voilà, ça, ensuite, évidemment, pour le 90e anniversaire de Dalai Lama, il va aussi projeter son film à Dharamsala. Voilà. Donc hier, il était à San Francisco, aux États-Unis, complètement à l'est des États-Unis. Il est arrivé ce matin à 11h ici, donc il n'a même pas le temps de se reposer. Donc aujourd'hui, on a cette séance-là. Donc je vous souhaite toutes et tous très bonne séance. Et puis je vous souhaite aussi à tous bienvenue. Et surtout, un grand merci à Chebella d'avoir pensé à nous de projeter ce film à partir de Paris. Voilà. Merci et bonne séance.
Le réalisateur chaîne peine comme ça, qui descend, pour les accueillir avant que le film commence.
How do you say touch the leg in French? Au revoir, François, right? Bonjour.
Ouais.
Comment allez-vous? All right. Can I speak in English? Because I obviously don't speak French. Is that okay? And then I'll try and speak in a little bit of Tibetan. Sorry about the little bit of whatever just happened. It is absolutely, wonderful to see so many people here today, and I wanted to thank each and every one of you for being here. I think they mentioned in French that I just arrived a few hours ago. And I've been touring this entire month in US and Canada, and I've been touring back to back. And because I'm a small independent filmmaker, I'm not a big Hollywood filmmaker or a studio-backed filmmaker. My film is not produced by Paramount Pictures or 20th Century Fox or Universal. Or Studio Canal, like your French, production. My film is a very small film made with a lot of hard work and a purpose. So, and also because this has never happened in the Tibetan world till now. So, I've had to work almost 10 times more than the most hardworking filmmakers. Pardon my level of energy right now. Usually I'm a very energetic man and full of life kind of guy, but I'm actually really, really exhausted and I'm sick. I've been dealing with fever and cold, mainly because of exhaustion. Because I not only made the film, I almost did everything in the film, and even publicity, marketing, just everything. And I'm going representing the Tibetan cause and the Tibetan people everywhere because it is of grave concern to me, and I have this utter sense of urgency for our Tibetan cause to keep propelling and to keep moving forward. So I don't want to take a lot of time. I will be here for Q&A after the movie. So please, when the movie is over, stick around. Q&A is very important because this is when you get to ask whatever questions you have, and then I get the opportunity to explain. So yeah, and this is amazing. I'm so sorry, my brain is not working right now. I'm like super tired, but whatever energy I have, I'm getting it from you right now. This energy is coming from you. So thank you so much. I'm gonna say a few words in Tibetan, if that's okay. Ani harsa mazo Paris la denge the Paris chilo ne lenge de mabuji yore sangi trinkos ani mazo pe ma tsamalo dela France la denge tsamalo la maramo ne ngegi team 4 Rivers 6 Ranges and a production market the warrior production mazo team kamza substitute keransala something that touch the but in shape. Long bola mashiga the edge shaking me because the PJ somebody can say that long the career catchable Sadon the pain, Tapso the pain, medical pain, get up the pain, Mount was sensitive to the loge here vision today. I mean catching the Naranto Susuki, Tum the Naranto Susuki, Modi, Susuki Suga, Chiguadi, until Lenge today. 다 만주 전적으로 당부시나 만주 배박 바라가마도 요 말에 와 아니 배불라 만주 배 미망 상만 없나 만주 잠블링 셴바지나 만주 멤버 배 주주로 와 그래 말에 하장 주주 만주 사야 쪽 라는 로도 주주도 와 따디에 사야 쪽에 요매 아하 보매 데데 와 센서스 요 말에 이나야 사야 쪽 이나야다 배 능률 만주 population 주주 말에 만주 주주래 배 주 말에 주주라나 population 주주라나 사양 이슈 수주 de 주주 지기요. 그러와. 소사야 tuk라는거라 맞죠 미시다 요만다. 아니 맞죠 게임냐야다, 릭슈냐야다, 맞죠 비추 숨겹지야다. 말한속이 계랍 숨겹지야, 말한속이 모아 숨겹지야 제도로와. 맞죠 단단다 그런 정말 지게를 땡에 맞죠 정말 무슨 지게 산데 스쿨라야 너도 구글로 비라비아다 정말 지게와. 이나야 디 무투네 내야 이나 소소 루파 수말레나 딩말게 소소 루파 지수 랭고 맞죠 딱 딜레다 디 맞죠 참마기 루파 참마기 뽕 냠루체 맞죠 탑시 컨텐트 탑랑 컨텐트 데데삼네 소소 예갑 지수 랭고 그러와 아니 맞죠 주소 볼았다 메카리가 또 망체하고 이렇게 나 계제시다 제가 펠레 그 시기 바람에 카리가 두시기로 맞다 kalye khani ka changma doya di thanda di chizo censorship du because ngazo chizo bola pema toya da chume ke che pema boyo kana sama ha boyo wa choga cholu bet pro moga ke jai ta chushi kan lu nge di ta dri zambali de la tengi e ji paro du de zambali do ne maram di ngazo mo di su kya chiyo ne inaya ngazo di longe di du dewa di the miu di go so 공부다시 안도상기 당부농에디 가서 주시간 속바디 쪽디가라 회사가 보란 쪽에 가서 사회적 손도치에 쪽으로 상황체 공부다시 안도상 리탐을 이내 코랑기 속바디 쪽디가라 리탐 된다고 쭉 말다니 감 된다고 쭉 말해 암도 된다고 쭉 말해 우상 된다고 쭉 배 개용 된다고 배 감자 숨겹치해주고 배비 최 숨겹치해주고 배비 뭐 숨겹치해주고 배비 라마 우티 숨겹치해주고 대신 최. 딱 만져 먹어야 만져 센조 보내려면 간다. 딱 만져 먹어야 센조 보내려 차네. 딱 계절 추미게 막고 춤을 봐. 딱 얘기하면서 되게 계절 되고 딱 계란도 난 말아. 까마치 대바치로체 이제 제로체 아니에 지와들라 그런 상마 이제 제로체 오케이 내불라 우상비 가서요 라바치장 야 라바치 야장 우상 상마 뭐바치 야장 그런 뭐바치 오야 아무도 가서요 라바치 야장 아무도 뭐바치 야 그런 오케이 alright 카바 가서요 야 라바치
오.
오케이. 다 빼요. 따라와 마셔. 딱 지원 시간이. 니보다 배워 가세요. 오, 나가네. 나도 누가? 나도 그 누가디? 만족이 루파디와 카바기 쇼요에 암도기 쇼요에 우상기 쇼요 만족 삼바 루파 쇼요에 내려졌다 만족이 자대와기 야미미에 맞다 배 포커스 배 만족 자대와기 연하슈라 카테 가데스케 땅 만족 레버 배제 땅 루파 배제 땅 전다 배제 땅 누이 배제 땅 가래 이낸다 규체 랑가이네 총내이네 체리네이네 가르치네 만족이 견아슈가 갑자기 간대시죠. 딜라 포커스죠. 만족 포커스들이 처음에 그 만족 불렀지. 시경 배바치는 라직 라는 야파 시소 가서 시경 롭사 생겨 찍라기 초치기도 만족 시부지 죄인 삼기였어. 이 잡주르다. 나랑 기타와 이 샵시 기타와 이게만 일주일에 맡아야 하지. 이만 단다에 나중에 와 이나야 만족 그 미망이 요술룸에 만족 이 착식이 고지지 당겨 고지지 와 수경 착식 있다와 가만히네 만족 그 미망 수경 시차리 롬사식의 이날에 배마식의 이날에 상이 계란 공식 이날이다 아무도 이날에 구상 이날에 한바 이날에 만족 참막이 누가 반대서 공대 양을 전에 만족이 폐 반대서 공 주소라 탑세가 짜증은 딱 얘기해야 계란치 놀기 위해서 하라 들이 본다 남을 줘 계란치 장고 최상 빌라 방고는 나가샤 안 소소소 지나 얘기 간다고 탑세 간다고 메릭 간다고 짜증 간다고 가르치면 계란치 내 나가라 그래 so please 먼저 참나 독서집이 제거해야지 개치셔다 공수적으로 찍이려나 남배치기 따로 냠내 치기려나 남바에 나는 그냥 뽑아치기 군들을 찍이려나 딱 되네 봐 독서집이 지러지야 꾸지 나는 학교에 내가 지금 로스좀 주고도 나쑥 가서 다음에 쑥 가서 이나야 나랑 정말 나한테 얘기 농지 주나 농지 욕을 봐 미래 농지 많고 최차라는 거 많고 답사 나랑 농지 주나 얘기 비모도 고한다 납득이 수 먹고 수이 난다 얘 농지 주나 농지 매나 들어 하려는 그게 될 말이야 yes so 견아 슝 개꿀 말해 하고 쏴 견아 슝 개꿀 말해 먼저 갑자기 째도 그래 레바 배주난 거 먼저 there was a time Macedonians 하고 여기서 Alexander the Great 공연 호랑이 잠불이 체가 살다 이마 그들이 가와도 Macedonians 그냥 가져 보고도 소포 먼저 비교하려고 Mongolian Genghis Khan이 3/4 of the world 살다 이마 purchase 아니 the Spanish the Portuguese the British 먼저 망쳐 가가 좋아요 만달라 the British Raj ki diki effect na to sama this right Quran so British ko jaga log yigya British wala derta ta tanda Britain la jaga Britain ki jabo le yuchuga jaga yoga nganjo nima shagir bel suraya ine kale jabo nganjo kheput mache ani chik lola jam chik jom 이제 제가 약고요만 이만 닦아서 샘발라 쑥 익히고 왔다. 맞죠? 눈까지 쇼겨래라. 좋아. 나 비치 갈래. 똥에 대해 말려고 말아. 똥에 땡샤나 지겨. 이제 나 단달래 봐야지. 메인 리슨이 맞죠? 주소 샘배지. 아니 로추만 되죠. 그치? 고란도 쇼파 만들었지. 로추만 되죠. Please allow them to dream. All your kids, all the young people. Let them dream. Let them imagine. Allow them to have big dreams. And support them. Be the wind beneath their wings. Do not clip their wings. 만소라 지금 보기요. 만소 세마 리파치게 보기요. 세마 리파치게 보기요. 파리 축구 오만에 되면 리파에 남배출 복수이나 세마 리파치고네 가사 세마 리파. 만소 세마 리파가 innovation, creative. Innovation zero로 한다. 사이클 있어요 말아. 여기 사이클 남는 필요해서 만소 단다에 감바다 우산다 암도다 아니 로사시들다 페베스들라 고거래 요만다 영수대 나라 미 만소 직지 제거다 okay thank you so much I will see you after the film so I come here I stand in front of you as a very proud Tibetan proud and I'm happy and I'm emotional and I'm humbled and I'm grateful to present to you my life's hardest work. I have sacrificed everything to do this. And I'm so glad I'm going to give you strength. The movie cannot how much is straight up. How much is how much is yes. So on behalf of my entire team, on behalf of Jyotirmohi Devasan, my co-producer, and on behalf of all the 300 cast and crew members, I present to you Chushimangru, 4 Rivers and 6 Ranges. Enjoy the set. Thank you. Anybody else?
C'est le moment de poser des questions au réalisateur. Voilà. Merci.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Okay, so I don't want to waste time. We have some time for Q&As. Can I do what you like? The longing and the joy. Okay. Yeah, do the longing and the joy make you the dummy that money. Longing the any questions you have regarding the production, the filmmaking, whatever you guys want. 완전 별배치도 양재 지역다. 시에 왔었다, 집 왔었다, 집만. 야불로 막 걸려. 나 가래 라야 이런 줄 알았어.
Hello.
I can't see you guys because of the bright light on my face. All right, good question. By the way, this is Rinso. Those who don't know, she's a very, very talented artist herself, ex-TIPA, Tibetan Institute of Performing Arts. She lives in Paris. So those of you who don't know, talented artist, music, tabia, you know, artists are the jewels and they're the ornaments of a society. So it's very important to support and respect artists. So her question was, her question was the film Chuchikangru, 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges. We saw the warriors, we saw how come, why is it that His Holiness's part was very small? You know, in terms of the screen time or the role. Good question, but I'll answer this very quickly. Because His Holiness does not need any more introduction. His story does not need any more, you know, what do you call it? Staging. His Holiness is Avalokiteshvara, is the Buddha of compassion. There has been multiple movies just on him. All the way from the great Martin Scorsese's Kundun. Remember Kundun? Yes. The entire film was about His Holiness. 7 years in Tibet, the entire film is on His Holiness. This film is also on His Holiness. Psychologically and philosophically and spiritually, it is about His Holiness. All these warriors, all these warriors that formed in 1958, their main goal, their mission, was to protect His Holiness, protect the Buddha Dharma, and protect the country. So the whole story is about him. But I personally think that it is about time we start respecting and honoring our heroes. Manzoki power Dunzula, Tom Tegwaya, Kushap Tegwaya, Bad Matsi Chita, Dead and Dache. The Longedi, Koranzu dedicated. This is my love letter to these incredible warriors. And because of them, Koranzu, Chushikandu Mangmiche, Konsochoki Usum Konanamache, the Tama Rubin, the Tama Kichene, Three Konsochu Manzo Tambalin. Right. We have His Holiness the Dalai Lama even today, and His Holiness is revered and loved all over the world. He is one of the most important human beings to ever walk this earth. But his existence and his safeguarding became possible because of these amazing warriors. So, similarly, I'll tell you something very interesting. I don't know if it will make sense to you, but this is how I think in life. Does everybody love spring here? You know what spring, how do you say spring in French? Autumn? Okay, so when, you know, when it's green and flowers, everybody likes? Okay. And then, there is a season called monsoon, right? Rainfall. So, especially Nanjo Namba the autumn, the spring, respect, the love. Oh, the double, Chava Chava the Mena, Meto the Shadows. So, Manzola Meto Gona, Chava. All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Hello. Hello. Someone please say about Ambo Desi. Cushion now told me the Chevella standing ovations now on our street.
So I'll speak in English so that everybody understands. I'm so sorry I don't speak French. I really wish I could speak French. I would love to, you know, speak French. But his question was, you know, the story was more focused on, you know, one family and then just a general kind of story. And there's been so many other stories and other families and so many sacrifices. How come they're not there, right? I mean, it's a good question. Firstly, I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a very big movie, Four Rivers, Six Winds. I wanted it to be very big. Big as in I wanted to have 500, at least 500 warriors. I wanted to have 500 horses, right? I wanted to have amazing assistants. I wanted to have an incredible producer who does everything, right? But I didn't have a lot of these things. And then budget was a big problem. Now I will put it in context for you. We just talked about Kundalini. Martin Scorsese is my movies. He's like my mentor. He's the reason why I became a filmmaker. He's my greatest inspiration. Long 얘기 Dalai Lama ne Martin Scorsese bana. The long 얘기 Dalai Lama mai. Ya sangi ne kono tene. Oh kon Dalai Lama. Right. So when Martin Scorsese made Kundalini, right, almost 30 years ago, that film was made for $30 million US. 30 years ago. Saya sunchu ari dollar la lo sunchu ngela. There was nobody famous in that movie, no famous actors, all first-time Tibetans, right? But still, the production cost $30 million. Around the same time, another very famous film came out called 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt. That movie was made for $70 million. Saya Pinchu, ari dollar, lo sunchu ngela. Champagne Kimsargi, Chuji Gandu movie di, Nidom is Sapsum Sapshi Zengatsuri. Saya Chicken. Clap. Yeah. So, I did not have even $1 million. Okay? I didn't have professional actors. I didn't have a lot of professional departments. My production design team was all my assistants, people that I trained. My ADs, my immediate assistant directors, they had never done a project this big. Because we all come from independent filmmaking, so our budget and everything's small. We're usually 5 people, 10 people. So a lot of work had to be done to make this film. And this film was made, the only reason this film got made was because I desperately wanted to make this film at any cost. And I was willing to sacrifice whatever it took. So the film was made at 15,000 feet above sea level in the Himalayas, 15,000 plus. The film was made in Mustan, which is in Nepal. And in Nepal, even though we Nepalis and Tibetans, we are neighbors, we're like, we're like friends, we're like brothers in many ways. We have a lot of cultural exchange throughout history. I love Nepali people. I speak Nepali fluently. I have a lot of Nepali friends. I go to Nepal. Beautiful culture. But the Nepali government succumbs to the Chinese government, the Nepali government. And I also understand why. But nevertheless, they kowtow to the Chinese government. So in Nepal, you're not even allowed to celebrate His Holiness's birthday. Is that right? Or am I making it up? That's true. You cannot have any sort of protest that is anti-China. That is the very reason why I decided to shoot the film right there. Yeah. Now we did it, yeah? Logo chimbu lega na, but the logo chimbu lega chiche. Ine logo chimbu lega na anjo beba bole yang kono mangu de. Leba jamu sigio mana ni? Logo nyamdo leba, jendan, nyamnyo, nuba, ani network, mi dewa, mangu chi, chage mangu chi tangu, ani chashike, strategy. So ngegi lo mangu tadi chede kandes jogo le. Chiki nga Nepali ke yamushi yorwa. That payu shung la ngegi kokto yo. Because nanzogi 4 rivers, 6 ranges. See, when you shoot in Nepal, you need permit from the Nepal government, home ministry, and the film board. And then there's other permits. So if I submitted 4 rivers, 6 ranges, or anything to do with the Dalai Lama, or anything to do with the warriors, this film will never be allowed to shoot in Nepal. So I wrote a fake script called The Himalayan Robin Hood. How many people understand Nepali Hindi here? So I wrote a script called Pahadi Yodha. Yodha the warrior. So Robin Hood was one of the easiest things I could think of, you know? Everybody knows the story. So I wrote 96 pages. and I submitted that for permit. So the entire making of this film was a covert operation with 300 people, right? And I had to make sure that everybody is safe, everybody is secure. So I had to face a lot of problems that people have no idea every single day. A director's job in the film world is actually only focusing on creatives, just to direct. A director's job is to only talk to his actors and his cinematographer, his cameraman. That's it. You know? Everything that the director needs, somebody else has to get it for him. But in this case, I had to do everything. Because we don't have an industry, we don't have that kind of support system. We're all first-timers. All my actors are first-timers, right? So a film like this should have cost at least 10 million or 5 million. Let's say $5 to $10 million today, at least, to make a film like this. And it would have taken at least 45 to 75 days, at least, to shoot a film like this. My dear brothers and sisters, I shot this film in record time, 19 days. Long story short, you said there were some things missing. There was not some things missing. There's a lot of things missing. Many. So, if there is anybody with deep pockets here, one thing I've been saying, last time I was in Paris when I gave a talk to the college students, there was a kind gentleman who stood up. Is he here? He wanted to donate. Chitugumendo, Nanzo Shabella, Capuccia, Shedepti. That's Nanzo is normal to Rua. Pevichito. Not just of your Tamorella, just a Yaket Tamorella. Need Shedep Movola. The Porsche Manda. Shedep, do you have culture being made? Not kidding and treating that toss. Shedep can get some much. Chokpa Changmaki Shendem Longudu, Sane Changmaki Shendem Longudu, Shetangegi Shendem Longudu, Chapiegi Shendem Longudu. Na, Kare Chine Shendem. I think I'm ticket to me at the table to New York, like Jackson at the table, Shannon Tanda, you don't sing like table the ticket in the rear, the Tanda, you don't sing on that. And so Chiso Yake Joker, in Kala, Yake Joyo Maris, Poya Mata. Not just on the time of the trigger, Jesus sends up to them, Jesus bullet you in the middle, and so you get down over here. Yamdo. Marai, you must tap away. So, the Dela, Shendep Taki, course, Kashi, Shendep, Lagimala, which Alash Shendep Mogo, Rua. Did not do the Layana, YouTube, Lagio Marta, proportions of the Lagir Kabaya, Dimanda. Kiran's Bune, Shendep Sala. Ari dollar saya yang kare dela euro saya chick le gamla kenan sudah nui yone invest chige na ngegi next long ye bola invest nui lugi na manju keche Sete bogo to mane ani ngala mi bangko ki inde lagu ta nganju pheba chizo samlo tangna lagi ta microscopic samlo tangna yake tangna lagi 이 보셔야 되지 말다. 아주 남쪽진의 시기다. 마포아 이런 거지. 좋아. 나라 미 망고기들 셔벨라. 남쪽 그냥 겹겨지가네. 겹겨지가네. I find it very funny. 장고시는 겹겨지가 말래. 상말. 상로 땅다. 아, 짜들라 겹겨. 아, 총발라. 지도라. 미릭라. 초가숨라. 독사 찍지 죄 겹겨. 이 참만 겹겨라. 계란찌개 간다 용야기 계란찌개 랭게 이 겹겨 맞다. Oh yeah. So next longe landa liu iba chogore liu super so. So when I make the chapter 2, I cannot make it with the same condition and the same amount of money and the same, I cannot. Now next one has to be at least, $5-10 million, or else I cannot. I spent 13 years of my life making, in this film. I have not paid $1 single or rupee. You know, ngui madang kange mango chene ngui madang ne gara sini chong. Kena mango ki news la tong ye interview ki zara. Sidi ara tong ya da party tang yang chong ya mata. He ki kange se ya chene ngi sidi chong ne long ne ti cha che. So yes. Ani ta nga chu mare sheba senge deba yong ne ing yong ne soro chu kuch. We have to make more films. We have to tell our stories. We have to take control of our narrative. The Chinese are very consistent with their narrative, right? We don't agree with them, but they are very consistent. They've been saying that Tibet belongs to China, and now they've changed the name from Tibet to Xizang. Xizang is Xizang. See, it's very simple philosophy. If I'm a country, for example, we're Tibet. If you come and conquer my country, you invade my country, you kill my people, you ransack my country, you pillage my country, right? You ruin the culture, you change the name, you demonize our Lama. You know, you demonize His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. You destroy the natural resources of Tibet. 10 rivers that flow from Tibet into Southeast Asia. 2.5 billion people depend on the water that comes from Tibet, the Himalayan glaciers. That water is all controlled by China. They've built over 30,000 dams. Every single one of you carrying cell phones here, mobile phones. There's a thing called lithium, battery. 70-80% of the battery comes from Tibet. So when the Chinese have taken everything from me, my country, why the hell should I be afraid of them? They should be afraid of me because they are wrong and I'm right. So until we are on the right side, so we should not be afraid to say Tibet belongs to Tibetans. That's it. And you know, sadly, Manzok culture of Pagi Lasa, Shendep culture, Shukchabuche, Pele Tamil culture, and Bishop Chai, Pele, Pa, Pele, Su, Pele, and Yata. Pele come name, Manzok did a circle of Manaba. This is where Netacha. The very good come we do to Mandati, Ando we do to Maria, very good. Think to serve that. Poverton is over. Poverton, control Bishop Chewa and to the children. That's it. Poverton. Want to somewhat give a down. Nala Kasata night, this get at Chemoche, Naya, Shiku, Tanda, washing it, Gabungi, Yerba, to the Vajipa, Vajipa, Sama, Chochi. Ini cia yoman, ni samla kata, pai sebaci ini nada. Ni samla beri kata amdo ini, ucap ini, kamu sui ini, ni samla lega tidak cina, sama lagi dia berjuang betul. Mak Darjeeling dia, macam Darjeeling ni sama extra gagir kata. Oh, macam Darjeeling. Kurang yang ber, ini tongke cucu, tongke cipul mati. Ini apa maksudnya mana mito maksudnya minyak jela cuma lupalah. Tak macam cuma di juga dia, malah macam cuma cepat. Angkai curug berburu, macam berburu di juga dia. Berbat sama gabu dia, berbat sama kita yang cuci. Noti yang nak sosok di buku ini ada, sosok di ama ini, ama jangan noti dah lawan. Ama relan yang cuci ayo mana, misal balat tapi ayo mana, di nangcuy yang tu tak degi ayo mana. Degi mana, di kerana samlo tangan. Ini kita nak pergi yang musyrah, pergi yang roju cuci anas cukup terus ada, jangan simpan. Kalau ini kita tidak mampu dia terang. Tapi anda, ini next long interview, my next film, not the chapter 2. Chapter 2 will take a few more years. But immediately right now, I'm making the first Tibetan vampire movie. Bamo the Dumuba. So, I think it's going to show. That is not sure about the Shisha. The Jumdi Bulani,
dialogue to the Injike dialogue, I've written the dialogue in English for the next film. And this is my philosophy in life. In English it says, the trajectory of your life and your energy is determined by the quality of your intent. The Lama Topa Chebuchi ki Bama de la last 2 days wrote the dialogue the shade. Right. Da Pegela Lana, Kerangi, Mezida Kerangi, Ludok Yorwa, the Kerangi, Kulungi, Tuda, Tujama Rally, you're receiving. The Kulun Kamakina, Tama and Yamdo Tea. Sangpa Chipa is some, and so Peva Sangpa Chipa, where Toge Chembo, Togiano, Tinsabo, Sukat in the dark. Okay? Alright, any other questions? And in the meantime, while she gets the mic, I don't need donations. But we have t-shirts. I've made it with a lot of love. You see this t-shirt? I have not too much. I have a box and a half only. So if you want, please buy those t-shirts. T-shirt, not t-shirt, to go to the kid.
What I was wondering was, in the middle of the movie, we can see that the little sister wanted to join the army with her brother, and she was like declined. So I wanted to know if in real life, in Chishodi, there was any female warriors, or like any, what was the roles of the Tibetan women? And 비교적으로는 가장 뒷모습이 기만하다 비교적으로 부모들이 와 교수들도 많이 나이는 얘기도와 아니 어디 다 주적이는 다 교양보다 다 그런 데가 계신분들 계신분들 배워 내서서 아니 주시는 성원에 나와 부모들이 다 내게라고 부모 많이 얘기를 만들어 올려는 게 좋습니다.
I remember you. You asked the question last time too in Alpha, right? Very intelligent, very smart. Good girl. Good question. So she asked, in the film, Kunga Sampen's sister, cousin basically, Amo. When they're departing for the last time, she says, I want to go with you too. I want to fight alongside our brave men. Remember that scene? Yeah. So that scene is actually not in the book. It was not said exactly like that. But there is a huge contribution of Tibetan women in this. Can you imagine the sacrifice and the courage and the bravado of the Tibetan women? If they were not strong, they're very strong. So there was a lot of fights actually too. If you do research, there was a lot of fights that women fought too. There was. So me putting that line there was my way of respecting and honoring the Tibetan women. So the contribution is there. But again, it boils down to money. So if you have a lot of money, then you can make an entire web series, right? Season 1, Season 2, each season has 10 episodes. We don't have that yet. So cannot you pull that dela we mambo yonge somba yonge de na nala chu pull la longe se me peba sheba ina longe chemu se la cannot you do it na longe yakpo se na mu chu da gre mu chu mare pe lega di pe ta na jo shitane de gre pe I ye de she gap chu ta di kagamski spiritual really ye longe di se de na la chue da ye longe di ye ama thodal se mare ye aba thodal se mare ye pokko thodal kamba thanda am ta gila sa ye 먼저 개합도 났어요. 먼저 메리트 났어요. 상마도 나. For me, this is the most spiritual path. And it's Sosoki, there is a saying in English, there is nothing more spiritual than sharing your knowledge and your experience. Sosoki nyamyoda Sosoki yunde, and it's Chuna Sosoki share the Ma chizo sama la jump to share chituna dile la chair yomare. Okay? Alright, so I think we're almost done. So let's take one last question. Okay, I'll let you ask too after that.
Hello, so, this is not going to take a while. I'm here. My name is Yang Song. Today I'm Yang Song. I'm telling you the church and do Mamma Konu and telling you the naked union Mamma Sana. Today I'm cutting chase in Shuji Tango. Anyway, Jozo Dinawala, though Pump by Cheshire, the Campbell, Tangan's Gomba, the Campbell, the any Tom Bush, Thomas Savala, Sam Papuchumi, and Man, Mazing Rangzing, that time Kenny and Mazing, and Jimmy Consort, Tangan's Nake, Tangan's the young said and the Ganu Mountain, any that consort, and Man's Zinja, like get that Man's consort, take it, shoot to the summer, Nantuni, Tade, Campbell, Raksha Mazinga. Padding a simple pushons ran, Casey Campbell, my pair by the Gavana shoe and constantly Margin Yam Yung Che, Minyam do, Mimanyam do Yam Yung Che, Train do be Campbell in Yam Yung, the Zuka, Yam the Kiwana, and Granzu Gala, Chisel like one again, Pebaki, machine is a pair of the told is some what is chance.
Yamsum Brown.
No.
Shut up. No. I am saying to her innocence. There's a lot of naivety, which is beautiful. So I'll tell you, thank you for expressing this. It's very beautiful. Ideally, that's how everything should have been. Ideally. But my dear, reality and human life is not like that. You know, aapko din pasand hai, तो रात से गुजरना ही पड़ेगा. So ये कि खड़ लगी उसना. खेपो तो ये कि movie बोला खेपो चिक नहीं रहा. शुशु नाम मंबी बोला. If you do research, majority of them were all monks, and they were farmers, merchants, traders. Majority of them. तो ये कि खेपो चिक नहीं रहे. कुरान भी छाप चलेता. So now. It's for me, there is nothing more Buddhist than that. Konsucho tanda kena gilidwa. Konsucho pe ta tsazu manju zambuli la jega ragyo rirwa, shu ragyo, chilab ragyo rirwa. Ine konsucho lo tonachi rirwa kena. Konsucho ki sur diwala su napo kyunye mi de tonachi nye. Kusum bodyguards. Why do you think those bodyguards are there? For violence? They are there to defend any violence. Violence, jina, degi sukyap cheyechidube. So even His Holiness needs strong people, tough people, brave people who can fight if that happened. So I will tell you my personal experience. I am absolutely for non-violence. I don't believe in violence. But if somebody comes to my house, right? If somebody comes, I am a non-violent person. But if somebody comes to my house and destroys my house and kills my father and tries to rape my mother and my sisters, you know what is the most Buddhist thing to do at that time? To kill them. Yes, and that's exactly what I will do. Either you kill them or you are going to be dead. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, there is a saying in English. You want peace? Everybody wants peace, right? Yes. If you want peace, you have to be prepared for war. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
No, it's okay, don't be nervous.
Thank you so much from my dear heart.
Okay, so then other scenario, can I get the baking to the chair? In a central macha, and so a central macha, it's been a very lonely journey for me. I've been an activist for 30 years. Most of it is very journey. Making this film was a very lonely journey for me. When I started, every single person discouraged me. Every single person said, either they said, don't touch this subject, or they said, you cannot make this film. How are you going to make this film? And this should be done. You know? How much? Not you put it. In a simple child. It's very, in a Magamit and Dalai Spirit. That's what I mean. Inji, Lana, what is that? Things that Inji for me, I know. Okay, meditate in chaos.
Last question, just today. So my question is about sharing our own side of the story, and I agree with you that we should be able to spread our point of view and Tibetan experience about this. But contrary to other famous movies who are on platforms like Netflix and all, how do we share this movie outside of the Tibetan community?
Beautiful. What's your name?
Tenzin
Doma. What a nice question. Thank you for asking this question. You guys want to help? Everybody go to Netflix or Amazon.com and email them and tell them about this movie and say we would like to see this movie on your platform. That's it. By the way, because this is our movie, I made this film, but this is also your movie. I don't know how much you know, but this is the first time this movie has been able to sell out every single show. Every single show has been sold out. Right? Also, we got proclamation in Minnesota from the mayor as 4 Rivers 6 Ranges Day. I got the certificate. We got a certificate in Canada from the Member of Parliament MP. And also, in a big festival in the US, out of 100 international films and Hollywood people, my film won the best soundtrack in a feature film. So congratulations to you all, because it's your film. All right, okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Actors, musicians, ngala de ta ji ro ba che du ya ju du che za da la ba do san ne ta de choga di la ye du di ge ta nye shu di ta de jan la cha de ge di na ya jan la ge chu da du so ro ba che su tu na shui ta ge che shu di ta da shen la so na shi de ma zo de le gu san ba de la shen de long go yo ma de 가지 레고 제와들라 갑교체 개침부래 딘사 디 약부 요야라 갑이데 디리마라다 진다가 망부쳐래 그것도 상황 아주 디게 탤런트게 스폰서 차디고래 냠슈 지게래 딘사 프랑스어게 갑교 나올라 투체나 쉐이 바로 참아져라게 미마 망슈 패샤 상황을 껴도 투체나 쉐이 그러나시게 단다 망부지게 당어도 배에 시간이 유가 당어도 만수이 자기한테 망고 소외 체인데 망고지 자기한테 이 다들 찍어 떠야 돼 공식 빼겨우리샤 망고지 뉴트분도 비행사 달라고도 망고지 양 자기는 마빠 붙여서와 다 뒤에 다와 찍잖아 찍잖아 간다 롱에디 껴도 찍대게 탑시 지기 디강다 찍어디 자기는 맛이 찍게 좀 매. 니가 자기가 가서 뭔가 잡히게 탑이 jorna shoyi. 투체나.
인다 여기. 오케이. 자. 나 라스 도가라가 깨졌지나요. 그러면 야 람사이네 양계치라기. 굳이 캐나다 상황 항상야 야분도 내라. 봐봐. 투체나. 아니 실자쇼. 캐나다 상황 굳이 아주 베리 빈다래. 전부 제로지야. Chuluda, Chungada, the Samamata, Zara, the Gucci, the Prada, the Louis Vuitton Kana, it is on the Yomanda. Children, you put subject Yoman, full subject Yamada, Booyaka. Okay. Oh, yeah, what do you say?
Thank you. Bogo chonrap ke nyerap ko lorji nala rang ke jego sensor jinging ke ko jego ko lorji na seri ke jo changur jechu ko tangsang ana tanda mami ko lorji ro chipchi gombe sin nga to gamba to maram ne cha ta rang so lu ta che lorji ja sha ba de jambha la ke tanda song na je re tanda ba ta nga to ke tela lapa chang tham ni एक लोरजी ला भवजंग चेचे लोन्यंग सोटे जिने छोयो हमारे तिंदा संता संशन ना ठोंचे संशन ना भवजंग चेचे अनि छिबजी गंटो को लोजंग खोनांग के नामशुला पाबे थोनी लोन्यंग ते थोमा सोबा तेला मेमा छमचे थमाला तुकी छे अनि जाफना तासा फेते तम ngini gergla थुनी छिस खाचरा कामो ना यो तेतिंगी खोराला सुसु छु 로건년디 땡겨 줘디 담발라 마우속나의 reaction 가식 여고 초자세그레스 가식 예문도 개문도 직사문도 니문 송어요레스 용거레스 이나 섬시 차저와 말에 천하 땅고레스 로건년디 시소소레 아미빨라 정타야나 갈덴 찾아줘 도고메라 방나게 조초그레스 이나 샴팡도 도바텔라 람카지 시작레스 에톨라 부지시도 अभी थामा को जाना के कालो गोंसो ते करना थामा के सब नंग तंगो ते भूमि इंबर्टन बचे शेयर्स जांपा ते के केन्यू नो यूज हुआ और तगामा जो ठीक है
अनि एटी चेशा दिनमा थे वे कपला शिबेला की बेबी शो नशीरे तंदर दे टी शर्ट यो में या दिनी के तुजु के मादा जे वना एवरेज के बाद टी शर्ट हमा शागी और दी दे टी शर्ट दी है दी सिरोना